Hey everyone, welcome to Token Topics. XRP is the topic. We're going to dive into the latest news and development of what's going on with XRP. Ripple has stated from the start, interoperability is key. Ripple is not only part of the Digital Euro Association, but the Digital Pound Foundation. So we're going to go over some latest posts of the development of Ripple's technology with central bank digital currencies. Also, I want to go over a post that does not include a stablecoin, but it in fact reflects Ripple's technology, and I'd like to get your feedback on that. Plus, we're going to go over a tweet from Jeremy Hogan and more. If you're new to the channel, please do hit the like, share, and subscribe. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm also not paid for or sponsored by Ripple. With that out of the way, let's dive in. Keep your crypto safe with a DCENT biometric wallet. With talks about exchanges going down and cyber attacks, it's smart to keep it on a hardware wallet. Purchase it now through Token Topics and receive a discount. I'm going to put the affiliate links in the description below. Now the question is, will the SEC crush Coinbase? Time will tell. In my personal view, I believe that they are going to be probably one of the main exchanges that are going to make it. But I do think that the SEC is going to go on a rampage. Coinbase exchange boss exits the company. States here that US-based cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase is losing a top executive, with the company's head of exchange Vishal Gupta deciding to exit. Gupta worked at Coinbase for more than 2.5 years, according to his LinkedIn page. Before transitioning into crypto, Gupta spent several years at leading traditional finance powerhouse Goldman Sachs. Bloomberg reported Monday that he is departing to work on a new project. The departure comes during a tumultuous time for both crypto and Coinbase. The industry is reeling amid a string of bankruptcies and bank collapses, while Coinbase has found itself in the crosshairs of the Securities and Exchange Commission. The SEC is not helping American technology move forward, not at all. Gupta is not the only high-profile executive to depart from the company. Coinbase Chief Product Officer earlier this year announced his departure. Go ahead and comment your thoughts down below. Do you think that they're just shifting people around? They're trying to get some fresh blood in there to try to help save Coinbase? Do you think that they're in trouble? Or do you think that this is no big deal? It's just somebody who just left the company. All right. We had a little bit of a bump, nothing to get too excited about, but XRP's price just under 52 cents at 51.73. Let's go ahead and check out the chart. Bitcoin, which leads the market, is looking fantastic right now, which is definitely a good thing for XRP. That's bullish. And it's had some time to consolidate, and it had a cool off since we had this huge run up. So it is looking bullish, though. It's forming a very nice pattern. If I switch to the weekly chart here, you can see the volume dropped down, and now it's picking back up. And we had a nice spike up today, so it is looking bullish. Hopefully, we can hit past 57 cents right here and make some new ground. So my prediction is within the next week, I think we will be over 60 cents as long as the market continues in this beautiful trajectory. All right, I'm going to go over this post from Blockworks, and then I'd like to get your feedback. What does this seem a lot like? If you were to ask me, the XRP ledger has its name written all over this. So this is from Blockworks. JPMorgan states that tokenizing fiat deposits for use across major blockchains might be more acceptable than traditional stablecoins. Blockchain-based deposits refer to deposit claims against a licensed depository institution for stated amounts recorded on the blockchain. They are economic equivalents of existing deposits recorded in novel form used to pay and settle trades between digital assets and generally act as a store of value and means of exchange on blockchain ledgers. Applying blockchain technology in this manner allows payments made with commercial bank money to benefit from programmability, instant atomic transaction settlements, and improved transparency as a status of transactions. These features help to address common pain points in liquidity management and cross-border payments. Sounds an awful lot like the XRP ledger. It really does. It continues here that blockchain deposits can be broken down into different categories based on two main factors. One, whether they are account or token based, and two, whether they are native to the blockchain. For purpose of this paper, we refer to native as reflecting value records on the blockchain directly as a primary record. So it's stating that instead of the stable coin being transacted, for example on this diagram, the cash is deposited to the bank, and from the bank it goes into a digital wallet. It's transacted on the blockchain to another digital wallet, whatever, currency they want or whatever, and then that is deposited into the company's bank. So instead of the stable coin, that would be the blockchain itself, or the asset, the native asset would be the store of value. That definitely sounds like XRP and other distributed ledger technologies. If you see my recent XRP video, I showed you just how involved Ripple is with not only the Digital Pound Foundation, but also the Digital Euro Association. So this is posted from the Digital Pound Foundation. This is pretty big. Today at the International Monetary Fund, spring meeting in 2023, the Digital Currency Monetary Authority announced their official launch of International Central Bank Digital Currency that strengthens the monetary sovereignty of participating central banks and complies with the recent crypto assets policy recommendations proposed by the IMF. And this, without a doubt, will interoperate with Ripple's distributed ledger, the XRP ledger. This article states 50 plus examples of how blockchains are taking over the world. It's an older article, but a good one, and it shows Ripple right here, giving a fine example of mobile payments. The blockchain ledger that Ripple uses has been launched onto by a group of Japanese banks who will be using it for quick mobile payments. We know it's going to be used a lot more than just from Japanese banks. But this is giving us an idea of all the different use cases that blockchain and how it's revolutionizing the world. And it continues here that when talking about blockchains, we commonly think of its applications in the future. Blockchains will solve this, blockchains will achieve that. It's easy to forget that blockchains are already deployed in the wild. And look at this highlight right here. The World Economic Forum anticipates 10% of global GDP will be stored on the blockchain by 2025. Now this is an older article. 2025 is right around the corner. That means that global executives out there are preparing for this seismic shift, and we are ready to completely back its implementation. The impact of distributed ledger technology could be as grand as the internet revolution itself. What are your thoughts and opinions? Go ahead and comment down below. Do you think that it's just as revolutionary as the internet was? Whether you love them or hate them, central bank digital currencies are becoming a reality. I think if we have a Bill of Civil Rights and we are able to have privacy with our digital assets, that is key right there. But this is a post from John Ho. Now, before I go into this, interoperability is key. And XRP Ledger is going to be at the forefront of all this interoperability. So central bank digital currencies globally, there is keen interest among central banks to explore CBDCs. There are more than 100 CBDCs in research or development stages. And I want to add that Ripple is behind some of the major ones. Continues here that, however, each country has a different motive for implementation, now exasperated by geopolitical fragility and financial instability. With an increasing impetus to issue sovereign digital currency, there is a clear need to ensure that the new systems and currencies in place are interoperable. There's that magic word right there. And improve global financial infrastructure. Increasingly fragmented world, how can we ensure that innovations in financial market infrastructures are created with cooperation in mind? With recent international crises affecting the globe, how can these digital currencies improve efficiencies across borders? Right there. Cross-border technology. Tranglo turns 15. This is one of Ripple's major key partners that's going to be utilizing XRP in a big way. They turned 15, so you can see the CEO Jackie Lee, and also SVP of GCC in South Asia, Sohail Ahmad, is a raised their flag. Tranglo states that we're bringing Tranglo's remittance solutions everywhere we go, and this includes a peak of perfection. Now I want to play this clip to get a better understanding of Tranglo.
Tranglo specializes in cross-border payment and international airtime transfer since 2008. We process payments to 23 countries. My name is Jackie Lee. I'm the Group CEO of Tranglo. Our head office is based in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. We have offices in Singapore, London, Dubai and Jakarta, with a total of 180 employees. Tranglo works as a payment aggregator for our partners, who are licensed remittance company, financial institution, and e-money players. We also onboard corporate customers and individual customers to make global payment quickly and securely. We look forward to work with any global payment partners who can support fiat and XRP as settlement. We also actively look for corporate customers who are specialized in gig economy and licensed crypto exchanges. Tranglo's strength is to do global payout, especially the Asia Pacific market. We have successfully processed 70,000 transactions in October 2021 itself. With our brand presence and network, RippleNet gained significant exposure to this part of the world. Our tech team has successfully integrated our cross-border payment infrastructure on RippleNet, making it as a super payment corridor. With RippleNet, we can immediately gain access to more than 100 financial institutions and partners globally. RippleNet offers us a unique and value proposition to our partners by eliminating pre-funding via on-demand liquidity services, offering competitive service fees and FX rates.
Jeremy Hogan, an attorney who's taken a liking to the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit, puts out very valuable information. And he put out a Twitter thread, the number one reason why XRP is not a security. First, under legislative definition of a security, XRP can only possibly fit under the definition of an investment contract. It is not a stock or bond, etc. Even the SEC concedes this investment contract. It continues, an investment contract analysis is governed by the Howey case in progeny. The test, in this case, investment in a common enterprise with expectation of profit from effort of others, was in response to a lower court opinion that a speculative investment was required. The Howey case did not focus on the contract part of the investment contract, but took it as given that a contract was necessary as it was responding to the lower court, and indeed had just addressed the contract part of the test just before rendering the Howey opinion. In the Joyner case, the court had just discussed the existence of a contract and had decided that there was an enforceable implied agreement or perhaps an explicit legal agreement, but either way there was a contract between the offerer and purchaser of an investment contract. In the Ripple case, though, the SEC has failed to argue that there was an implied or explicit contract of investment. Instead, it argues that the purchase agreement is all that is required and that is all that proves. But that agreement tears the investment from the contract. Here, as simple purchase without more cannot be an investment contract. It is just an investment, like buying an ounce of gold, as there is no obligation for Ripple to do anything except transfer the asset. Indeed, how can a person reasonably rely on an offerer to make them a profit when they have zero legal recourse when that offerer fails to come through? They cannot. Even an oft-quoted four-part test implies that a contract of some sort is required. He states here that the issue is not whether Ripple used money from the sale of XRP to fund its business. The issue is whether the SEC has proven that there was either an implied or explicit contract between Ripple and XRP purchasers relating to their investment. There was no such contract. Just recently he stated a reply. Somebody was, I guess, asking why is it taking so long? And he states that this is a nuanced legal battle on which the future of crypto as we know it may hinge. So if you think of it that way, no wonder the judge is really taking this a long time on this and going very thoroughly through her decision making. Well, everyone, that's all I have for the video. Please do put your thoughts, your comments, your opinions down below. I always like to read through them. And if you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing so you can stay up to date. I want to leave with crypto in a minute.
Hi, my name is Rahul Advani, and this is Crypto in 1 minute. So what examples of regulatory clarity do we see? I think if you look at the Asia-Pacific region, there's a few jurisdictions that have provided us with that regulatory clarity. So here in Singapore, there's a very clear taxonomy for digital assets, as well as a clear risk-sensitive regulatory framework. Japan is another example of a jurisdiction that has given us that regulatory clarity and has a clear licensing and regulatory framework in place. At the same time, there are other jurisdictions in the region that are looking to provide that regulatory clarity. Australia is one example that is undergoing a consultation process right now, and we hope to see a clear regulatory framework in the coming year. Korea has also provided some regulatory clarity for security tokens, and we're now looking at clarity for the other digital assets over the course of this year, as well as New Zealand, which has just started a consultation process to provide that regulatory clarity for crypto.